All right. Hello, everybody. I do believe that thanks to Always Help, I've gotten this new YouTube streaming under control. All right. Hello, Gappy Forest. Last time on Seabed, and the music is a bit loud in my headphones, even though. There we go. Is it loud for you guys, or is it at a decent volume? Just anyway, last time on Seabed, Sajiko's host has been acting more and more like Takako's, like LOT. It's reminding me of like I don't know, one of those creepy old movies, or like, you know, based on an episode of a TV show where like someone slowly but surely tries to replace another person, like take over their life or something like that. Like she's acting like Takako, and now she put her hair like Takako, and like it's just, and I'm pretty sure that she likes Sachiko, unless this is all a red herring. I don't know. I'm just getting kind of a interesting vibe here from her. Hopefully she's not malicious. I don't know, I'm just a bit worried with how similarly she's acting to Takako. And hello Jackie. Not to mention the entire, this whole setting. It's gotta be the same place. I don't know how the timeline's working, but it's gotta be the same place as where Takako is. In another timeline or world line or whatever. I don't know what's going on. I love how like these characters are just going about their everyday lives, but like to the reader it's like this huge crazy ass like situation that you just have no idea what's going on. I don't think I've ever read anything quite like this, where it just feels like day to day living, but there's just this huge conspiracy or whatever going on in the background. Anyway, with that said, let's get back into it. Oh yes, and we actually recently just switched to Narasaki's perspective, who was talking to the girl in the library. Her slender fingers reached out to the book on the top shelf, but instead of pulling it out, we managed to push it deeper inside. Here you go. Standing behind closed away in her wooden stand, I took the volume she was trying to reach. I thought you went home. I held up a stuffed doll in front of her as she turned around. Oh, that was something Narasaki said. I thought you went home. I was planning to go after checking this. Yeah, I think I gave her the Belfa voice. Yeah, I think that's the voice I gave her last time. Ignoring the doll, she climbed down from the stand and walked over to the same desk as yesterday while carrying a large book. I sat down in the seat in front of hers. Closeway opened the book right away and began scribbling down some notes. Oh, right. Lily said she could introduce you to an architect if you're interested. He could show you how the actual work gets done. I see. When? I don't know. She didn't mention it, so I suppose they can arrange it whenever. You can ask her yourself. Jose stared at me for a few long moments until finally breaking our gaze. I'm grateful for what you did today. Thank you. She muttered that without looking at me while continuing to scribble away at her papers. Is this really that important for you? Oh god, Ji-chan, with a story like this? Welcome, Ji-chan. Yeah, try to follow along. I did a little bit of a recap last time, but anyway, it's lovely to have you. By the way, Ji-chan, may I tell you? Happy birthday! I said it before, but I'll say it on stream again. It's Ji-chan's birthday today. Seriously, Ji-chan, I love every time you're on stream. It just like, I don't know, just brightens up my day every single time. So thank you so much, Ji-chan, and happy birthday to you. Is this really that important for you? Not really. I'm just looking it up because I'm curious. Huh. How'd you get interested in this place to begin with? It was close. I don't really care what it is. I just like doing research. Interesting. Huh. Of course, Ji-chan. Real life always comes first. There are a lot of people who like crossword puzzles, right? It's the same. Crossword puzzles? If you know how many windows there should be in a room, you can tell how many rooms a building has just by looking at it from the outside. You can tell it has a fireplace if there's a chimney. And as you research that, you'll find more and more things that could answer your questions. It's like a crossword puzzle, right? Huh. So, you don't have any special feelings for this place? Kozue continued scribbling without answering. All I could hear was the rustling of paper and the light thud of the pen as it pressed against the desk. I looked up at the ceiling to realize it was already dark outside. The sounds of writing suddenly ceased. I returned my gaze to Kozue and found her staring at me. Why do you care about me so much? Yeah, I was wondering that too. To be completely honest, it's because you remind me of my good friend. What kind of person is she? She regarded me with another one of her sharp stares. She was a smart girl who liked books. Kinda like you. You could say she was also kind of difficult to deal with. I don't think she had any other friends besides yours truly. I wonder who Narasaki is referring to. Kozue mumbled something as she began stuffing her nose into her bag. I picked up the book she left lying on the table. Kozue didn't say anything, so I returned it to its original place on the shelf. It really is, Ji-chan. I turned around to see Kozue staring at me, all ready to go. She broke her gaze right away and started towards the exit. I followed after her, leaving the library. I caught up to her on the stone-paved road and continued walking with her until we came to the fork that split off to the mansion. You live behind that mountain? Yes. I heard there was a small village there. Is it close? Yes. I'd love to see it. Can I come with you for part of the way? Interesting. Kind of reminded me of Fata Morgana almost, in that respect. Kozue stole a short glance at me and let out a small sigh. She didn't outright reject me, so I kept going. We passed the road that split to the mansion, eventually reaching a set of stone stairs. We ascended them and found ourselves on an outside road. Kozue continued up the slanted, unpaved slope without changing her speed. Looking behind, I saw the three-way junction we passed with the car back when I first came to the mansion. I turned back and addressed Kozue. How did you feel about meeting Lily today? I caught up to Kozue and lined up next to her as she gave me a puzzled look. Everyone was calling her an aunt, so I imagined it'd be someone older. I thought she'd at least be as old as Nanai's mother. Yeah, there's something up with Nanai. I'm questioning if Nanai is like some kind of immortal being, and that is actually her daughter or something. Like, I don't know. I'm going all crazy with Nanai theories because there's something up with her. There's gotta be. Like, especially with the way she's like trying to imitate Takako. Like, she changed her hairstyle to be like Takako's. It's just too weird. Crazy ass collider theory. Nanai is the final boss. Just throwing that out there. Probably wrong. I'll probably be proven wrong very soon. That Nanai is just a nice person, and all my suspicions are just born of misunderstanding. Kozue didn't seem too interested and just shrugged. After a few minutes, we found ourselves in front of a small tunnel. A single car would have trouble fitting in. They are going a long way. We reached the end of the short tunnel and emerged onto a wide basin. The irrigation ditches sprawled out all across the area, disappearing beyond the mountain. A small river flowed in the middle. My God, I hope she's able to get back in time before it gets dark. Most of the fields were either rice or wheat plantations with a few isolated farms visible here and there. We continued down the gentle slope of the unpaved road along the river. It's beautiful here. There's nothing here. That can be a good thing, depending on how you look at it. I stopped, but Kozue didn't. The distance between us began to grow. I think I'll be turning back around here. Kozue seemed on the verge of looking back, but ended up continuing onwards without paying me any further attention. As I made my way back through the tunnel, I realized that the southern end of the mountain was brighter than the northern one. I was walking through the inner yard, watching the orange-tinted light of dusk illuminate the second-floor windows, when I spotted Nanai approaching with a cartwheel of vegetables. She looked like a beggar from some old fable, her forehead covered in sweat and mud, her face frozen in a broad smile. Oh! She waved my way after spotting me, just like she did this morning. Looks like it was a bountiful harvest. Oh, we're having lots of fresh veggies for dinner tonight. Oh, right. Did y'all manage to meet my auntie? Yes. I raised the basket in front of her. Oh, I see you got yourself some polverons. I saw her making them this morning. Those things are to die for. Care for some? Y'all sure? Yes. Nanai came closer, pulling her hands out of the muddy cotton gloves. Oh. There was still some dirt on her hands. It must have seeped through the gloves. Or maybe for some other reason that I can't imagine. Here you go. I picked up one of the pulverons and dangled in front of Nanai's mouth. She took a bite. Oh, damn. Sachiko, you're just kind of... Oh, God. Woo-wee, that's good. I love how it melts in your mouth, not in your hand, she said while wiping her forehead. Is Lily not a full-blooded Japanese? Nanai paused for a few moments, then burst into laughter. I see she still introduces herself as that. Is that not her real name? I gave her an incredulous look. She's 100% Japanese. It's just that, apparently she thought her real name didn't suit the mood of this place, so she changed it up a bit. I see. Her real name's Eureka. That's a beautiful name, fitting of such a castle. I agree. Lily was apparently the name of a character in a movie she liked as a child, but I can't comment much on that since I never saw it. I see. I wonder if that's a clue to something. Interesting. I wonder if that's a clue to something. Like, was there a popular Japanese movie with a character named Lily? Huh. In the 60s or, I don't know. The only Japanese cinema I'm familiar with from before the 80s is Godzilla. Nanai's gaze was transfixed on the basket, so I gave her another pulveron. Anyway, I gotta get back and start preparing for dinner. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, y'all totally should! What is this? Bye-bye, see you tomorrow. The nurse leaned down and waved the boy goodbye. Goodbye. What is this? Goodbye. The boy took his mother's hand, who had leaned down just like the nurse, and continued toward the gates of the kindergarten where his parents' car waited. Red dragonflies fluttered against the backdrop of the crimson sunset. I returned to my book. Whose perspective is this? We're not supposed to know. Oh, God. After a bit of time, another car arrived, and there was one less child again. Oh my God! Baby Takako! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, jeez! What are you reading? A child's voice caught me unawares. I looked from the book to see a young girl with a ponytail staring at me. Let's play if you're alone, she suggested before I could answer. I'm not alone. Oh, Narasaki. I glanced at my red-haired friend beside me. She was looking at the ponytail girl. Oh, that's very interesting. So how all three of them first met. Damn, and 2 tips! Okay, are we gonna switch back to Takako? Promise. I wonder how many oh wow, this is yep, back to Takako. Okay, so yep, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna follow the tips. And I'm just going to keep that there. Wait, what does that say? Nameless disease? Uh-oh. Oh god. Okay, return to title. And let's continue with Narasaki's perspective on this crazy ass supernatural stuff that was going on. Oh my god. That is super exciting. If I had known this was gonna happen, I would have just powered through last time. Damn. Yep, bathroom and kitchen. I wonder if there's other areas. Okay, bathroom. Okay, Narasaki. What crazy ass shit is gonna happen to you now? Oh god. Sajiko was on room 208's bed, her upper body raised. Her gaze was fixed in front of her. It didn't seem like she had noticed me just yet. I tried addressing her, but received no reaction. Are you okay? Oh my god. That must be what was happening to her at night. That's why the bed next to her when she was at home felt like it was warm. Something weird was happening. Some magical or sci-fi or supernatural whatever thing was happening. Upon drawing closer to the bed, I noticed she was soaked all over and shaking from the cold. Her face and her skin in general was paler than ever. I placed a hand on her bed. The thing was cold as ice. I called out her name and placed my hand on her shoulder. Can you tell who I am? Sachiko slowly looked up at me. As her eyes finally began to focus, she asked me, in a tone calm and natural, what I was doing here so late at night. I came to see how you were doing. Are you feeling okay? I'm a bit cold. I gave her a nod. You seem to be freezing. I think you should take a hot bath. I stuck my hands under Sachiko's freezing knees and chest, lifted her up and carried her all the way to the bathroom. I made her sit on the edge of the bathtub. However, as I was preparing the shower, she stopped me, saying she could handle that much herself. I took Sachiko's soaked clothes and left the bathroom. The loud hiss of the shower filled my ears. Through the glass of the adjacent washroom, I continued keeping an eye on her. Still sitting on the edge of the bathtub, Sachiko poured some hot water on herself. White steam escaped through the slit of the open door. I leaned against the bathroom wall and organized my thoughts. A whole bunch of unnatural phenomena occurred in quick succession. From how Sachiko's bed was cold to the touch, to I was seemingly transported to a completely unfamiliar room for a brief period of time. I wanted to investigate the room again, but I couldn't leave Sachiko on her own. It also felt quite obvious that she was at the center of it all. Sachiko kept telling me how certain things happening at the clinic were odd. However, she had yet to say a single thing about that earlier phenomenon. It was possible that to her, what had happened wasn't odd in the slightest. I gave the notebook I'd previously placed on the bathroom shelf a glance. I ended up bringing it with me in the heat of the moment. After giving the shower another quick look, I picked up the notebook. I opened to the last few entries, the ones I'd previously skipped. It had a passage about how Takako was feeling worse. She passed away due to an illness. There were no details regarding the exact nature of the illness, but it seemed like Takako wasn't hospitalized and instead received treatment at home. I looked for the date Sachiko came to my clinic, but there was no entry like that. I flipped back to the last entry. It was yesterday. This is all... I heard the shower handle turn, accompanied by the sound of the water gradually stopping. I addressed Sachiko, successfully catching her attention. I'll bring you a change of clothes. All right. You could also take a bath if you're still feeling cold. It's okay. I think I've warmed up enough. Damn it. I left the room to go get her a change of clothes. Both the corridor and the room had returned to a normal temperature, but I didn't feel like investigating that right now. I grabbed some clothes from the wardrobe and hurried back to the bathroom. Sajiko was still sitting on the other side of the glass door. As I placed her clothes in the bathroom basket, she suddenly asked me how long it had been since she came here. Today makes the 5th day. I've never stayed here for that long. Yeah. Are you sure I'm not bothering you? I'd rather you didn't think like that. This is my job. But I have to do my best to cooperate, right? Well, it would certainly make the process easier. I suppose so. Is there anything in particular you want me to do? I thought about it, but I'm not sure. Everything in this clinic exists for a reason. Do you remember how you got here? That is so weird. Oh my god. I don't. I'm sorry. I was here before I realized it. She's blacking out. There has to be something. What do you think? I thought back to the day Sachiko came here. The first thing she did was tell me about Takako. I tried to avoid the subject so as not to upset her, but perhaps that was precisely the hint for what she wanted from me. Well, maybe you came here to talk about Takako. To talk about Takako? What exactly? Let's see. For example, I don't know much about what happened to you two after you left for Tokyo. I'd definitely be interested to hear more about that. Oh, all sorts of things happened. How about we talk about that for a while after you're done? I mean, if you're okay with it. In the middle of the night? I finally remember what time it was. Still, I didn't feel like I'd be able to sleep, and I figured it'd be for the best to hear her out as soon as possible. I'm good as long as you're not too sleepy. Sachiko ended up agreeing to my proposition. Sachiko finished her bath, got changed, and dried her hair in her room. In the meantime, I prepared some coffee and white chocolate for us to snack on. Sachiko sat down in her seat and began telling me about her memories from the past, starting from when they left our hometown. About how they were originally employees of a particular company. About how they quit. About how they traveled to countless countries together. Sachiko summarized everything briefly, but with enough detail to give me a vivid picture of everything that happened. I went to a southern island with Takako quite a while back. As we were gazing into the stars there, she said that nothing that happened would ever disappear. The same way we still saw the light of the stars from 100 years ago in the night sky. That the same sight would still be visible in real time on some faraway planet. I feel the same way. But if that's true, I wonder how far I'll be able to go without her. You remember her just fine, don't you? I hope so. Our conversation paused there as Sachiko took a sip of her coffee. She told me a large variety of stories, and all of them were easy to understand. I heard about their plans for the future, the hurdles they ran into, and the ways they managed to overcome them. Her memories were clear and precise, like stories from a book. They all had roots which connected to the trunk, and then the branches ending in countless leaves and fruits, each a story of its own. As a result, I didn't merely listen. I saw what she had once seen. Oh, perhaps I really did want to talk to someone about Takako. Sachiko placed the cup on the table. I agreed. I'm impressed. You were getting around even better than I thought. Oh. I can tell what you were thinking about us. Sachiko made a faint smile. I mean, I'm impressed you retain your free spirit even while working for a company. Oh, it wasn't exactly easy, but it wasn't too hard either. You were always smart, and Takako was always decisive and the first to act. I think you made quite a team. Takako is actually really smart herself, at least when it comes to ideas and inventiveness. You leave her to her devices for a couple of minutes, and she'll soon find something to amuse herself with. Even back in elementary school, she kept getting us involved in all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Whether it's a game or a job, she never runs out of ideas. Compared to that, I was no better than a dry well. I only survived because she kept sharing her water with me. Takako may have chosen you because you knew how to put the water to use. Sajiko paused and focused her eyes on the top of the table. Perhaps Takako noticed your talent from the very beginning. Oh, she has a pretty good intuition, too. Sachiko took a bite of the chocolate, sipped her coffee, and let out a breath. Her movements were smooth and deliberate, giving her a somewhat refined air. looked like she finally managed to relax a little. I wanted to share my memories with someone. Up until now, if I ever had doubts about something, all I had to do was ask Takako. But from now on, I'll have to start thinking for myself. But then, the memories we shared are too detailed and plentiful for one person. I'm not entirely sure I understand. Sajiko shook her head. I'm sorry. That was a poor choice of words. I myself don't understand half of what I meant. I know you're trying to tell me something. This is very interesting. It would have been better if I could have predicted it by myself, but... It's okay. Thank you. Sachiko made a gentle smile. However, seeing that made me somewhat sad. There would probably never appear another person in her life who could understand her from half a word. Oh, God. And I knew that the parts that no one could understand would sooner or later disappear from one's mind. But at least I can make sure to remember everything you tell me. Oh, the past won't change, even if I forget it. Memories and their loss is exactly what I'm researching. You could say I'm a professional at not letting people forget things. Damn, oh my god, this seems like foreshadowing out the wazoo. Wow, my god. Very, very science adventure-y. I just want some weight off my shoulders. I brought my chair over to the bed and kept talking to Sachiko until she fell asleep. I summarized the highlights of my conversation with her on a memo pad. The clock had just struck 2 a.m. Damn. That was a rather long tip, and we still have one more tip to go. Absolutely, Jackie. Kitchen. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen. Complete silence. Complete silence descended upon the room as Sachiko fell asleep, almost as if time itself had stopped. Okay, she can observe her sleep and see what kind of crazy shit happens. Does Sachiko have some kind of latent powers that only awaken when she's asleep? I grabbed a notebook that I found earlier and started reading it from the beginning. It felt a bit different after having heard Sachiko talk about all those memories. Like it would lead me back to that cold, dark room. After reading through the entire notebook, I returned to the first page. This time, I compared its contents with my own memos about what Sachiko had told me. I was hoping to find the date, marking the divergence between the two. I rubbed my heavy eyelids with one hand while my other was busy holding down the diary. After some careful deliberation, I picked out a date. I placed the notebook on my knees and opened it to the corresponding page. Here we go. Holy shit, damn. I read through the entry one more time, then pulled out a cutter knife from my coat pocket and removed all the entries after that date from the notebook. I tucked those pages into my pocket. It was 4:30 according to the clock. I gave the black window a look. It looked almost like the darkness was swirling inside its frame. Uh-oh. Oh god. My computer unplugged. Thank God it's a laptop. A very powerful laptop, but a laptop nonetheless. Here we go. Oh god. Jeez. Oh, she fell asleep. My arm slipped from the armrest, pulling me out of sleep. Sajiko slowly sat up in bed. Good morning. Good morning. After greeting me in a low voice, Sachiko looked at the clock. It was 12 o'clock. Yep, that's what happens when you stay up till 4 a.m. Hungry? Sachiko opened her mouth, then closed it again and nodded. We left the room together and continued to the kitchen. I looked for something in the fridge that could be eaten with a little preparation. In the end, I pulled up some bread, pork chops, cheese, and salad, placing them all on a plate. I looked for something in the fridge that could be eaten with little preparation. In the end, I pulled out some bread, pork chops, cheese, and salad, placing them all on a plate. I cleaned everything from the table, carried the chair from the corner of the room to it, and made Sajiko sit down. As I was filling our cups with freshly made coffee, Sajiko finally gave me a sober look. Did it go well yesterday? I did all that I could. Sitting down in my chair, I put some cheese and salad onto my bread and took a bite. Sitting down in my chair, I put some cheese and salad onto my bread and took a bite. Sachiko mimicked me. One sandwich was enough to fill me up. Lucky. I was more concerned with sleeping than eating at the moment. Meanwhile, Sachiko ate 3 sandwiches. Do you want me to bring another one? No, I've had enough. You ate quite a bit, if I'm being completely honest. I was feeling really hungry. You had no appetite over the past few days, so that's a relief. I feel a lot better. Thank you. Sachiko took a sip of her coffee. I picked up a slice of cheese that didn't fit on any of the sandwiches. Sachiko placed the coffee cup on the table and glanced at the window. The outer part of the window was protected by black bars that were slightly bent at their edges. Beyond them, you could see the trunk of the tree in the inner yard. I couldn't tell exactly what she was looking at. I'll keep this diary for you. I'll keep this diary for you. There was nothing but disinterest in Sachiko's voice as she gave me her permission. Feelings always fade with time. It's hard to maintain them if you live your life normally. Are you trying to console me? Yeah. That was so convoluted I barely understood it. Sajiko made a cheerful smile and looked at her hands resting on her knees. We started writing that after Takako got sick. Perhaps it's best to do as you say. I'll keep it for you. I'll keep it for you. Also, once you find that your mood has returned to normal, the sooner you leave this place, the better. Still holding her coffee cup, Sachiko thanked me with a nod. I met her gratitude with a smile. I'll prepare a bath for the evening. We ended up chatting half the night away, so how about we let some hot water wash the exhaustion away and go to bed early for now? And that's it for the tips. Damn, I am surprised that Narasaki is so calm about this. Seriously, I am shocked at how calm she is about what's happened to her. And that Sachiko, may have some kind of supernatural ability. Okay, you guys, this seemed like a good time as any. I will be right back with I'll be right back with more of this. I just need a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. I woke up around noon after the day I had my fit. But the headache and the ringing in my ears were gone without a trace. As I sat up, I spotted a familiar notebook resting on the dining table. This goddamn notebook! Mayuko told me to stay in the night duty room until she returned. So I killed some time by doing nothing in particular. After that, Mayuko brought me lunch and we ate together. It was udon and some tangerines. I wanted something more interesting. Don't force yourself to eat everything if you aren't feeling hungry. I think I'm okay. If anything, I feel like my appetite's gone up. Most of the other patients have trouble getting out of bed the next day, following a fit. It can even upset their life rhythm. With that in mind, I think it'd be better for you to have something light now, and maybe eat a bit more for dinner later. This was your first fit since coming here, right? I nodded. I'll have to read all that now? I asked, pointing at the notebook on the table. I explained her condition a while back. Do you remember? I do. It was something this place specialized in. Fit-induced amnesia. I'd lose some of my memories with each new attack. Damn, oh my god, that is terrifying. It was a newly... I'm getting Steins Gate Zero flashbacks really hard. Really, really hard. Wow, okay. Let's see. It was a newly discovered disease that had yet to even be named. So in here, we just called it the condition. Damn. Most patients tend to lose larger chunks of memories, ranging from 1 month period to an entire year, sometimes even more. But you never really forget things gradually, little by little, right? Right. You lose a whole set of memories right away, and that's it. Mike answered with a nod. This is insane. That sounds like someone's fucking with the timeline or something. As such, you can skim through the parts of your diary that you are sure you can remember. You will spot the bits you've forgotten right away. Although if you're curious, you can read all of it as many times as you want. Well, maybe I've just forgotten a day or two that aren't even logged. I picked up the old notebook. With that as her cue, Mayuko stood up. I'll come check on you when I have some time off from work. You're worrying too much. Oh, Mayuko. Mayuko slid her feet into her slippers, gave me a quick smile, and left the room. Once I was sure she had left, I heaved a brief sigh, and I opened the diary. There were 3 notebooks in total, including the new one which only had a few days recorded in it. One notebook encompassed about a year, which meant I had about 2 years' worth recorded. I turned the first page and ran my eyes over the first entry written in my hand. looking at my own writing was a little embarrassing. On the other hand, seeing my past self come to life on the pages was quite exciting, so I read everything without skipping a single detail. By the time I got to the second month, though, I realized it was taking too long. After that, I started reading only every second or third entry. There were parts that I remembered well and some that I'd forgotten. I'd wake up, do some work, eat, take a bath, and go to sleep. It was pretty much that over and over again. I could only really keep track of entries that mentioned something unusual. As such, I continued through the notebook, reminiscing about my past. From time to time, I felt as though there was another me inside that notebook, and I was simply observing her from high above. At times like that, I felt like my past self wasn't really me at all. Evening had come. Around the time my notebook's pages to be tinted in orange, began to be tinted in orange, Mayako dropped by the room. I was starting to get hungry, and when I asked her about it, she said that dinner would soon be ready. She also told me to try and bear it for a while longer, and only handed me a few candies to ease my immediate hunger. Rectangle-shaped candies came in wrappings of various different colors. I unwrapped a green one first and put it in my mouth, then did the same with the pink one. They both had about the same taste. Ooh, this brings back memories. I think my grandmother used to give me candies just like these. Where did you get them, Mayako? I don't remember. I think I just bought them all at the store. She meant the small privately owned store at the port. It's pretty interesting to see stores over here that don't belong to any chain. You don't see their kind much in the big city. Your grandmother must have bought candies from a store just like that. After some more small talk, Mayako left the room to prepare dinner. When she came back, the sun was already set. I'd finished reading the diary and was about to have some tea in the water I boiled for myself. Have you finished? Yeah, more or less. Did you spot any parts that you had forgotten? I tilted my head a little. Not really? There are a few parts I could barely remember, but nothing to the extent where I'd start suspecting that my memories were gone. So there were no passages that felt completely new to you? Nope. No. I see. Does that mean I didn't forget anything this time around? Mayako slowly shook her head. I doubt that. There are times when you feel you haven't forgotten anything, but it turns out to be just a short episode that wasn't really important. or something you remembered as you read the diary. In your case, I'd say it could be either of those possibilities.
I see. Mayuko interrupted me as I wrestled with that possibility.
I'm sure you're tired, Takako. I have your dinner ready.
What did you make tonight?
Oh, you'll find out when you come to the cafeteria.
I followed Mayuko out of the room.
I made it a little more extravagant than usual, so you can look forward to it.
You remember I'm not a fan of yam and vinegar, right? I hated those things, but Mayuko loved them. It wasn't to the extent that I couldn't eat them, but they tended to come up a lot in dishes Mayuko labeled as delicious, so that pollock roe wasn't too bad when I forced myself to try it, but
this time, I made sure to fix up something you definitely like.
oh god, I accidentally clicked. No! I didn't. I was trying to go to the freaking message log! No! God damn it, why is it auto-scrolling? Stop! Stop! No! What the fuck is going on? But I didn't even... Oh, it stopped. Jesus Christ. How did it just suddenly switch to auto mode? I didn't click any button. That is so weird. Okay. Our dinner tonight turned out to be hamburg steak and fried prawn. I did not press a single key on the keyboard. My hands are nowhere near the keyboard. I pointed out to Mayuko that she might be treating me a bit too much like a child, although I appreciate getting an extra portion of rice. The next day, my life returned to its usual rhythm. I woke up in the morning, exercised, then did the work I was asked. I ate, bathed, wrote in my diary, and slept. Nothing in my schedule changed much. Well, maybe except for the fact that I spent more time in the night duty room with Mayuko. The weather was great this morning. Warm sunlight entered my room through the windows as the sound of the radio calisthenics reverberated across the walls. My hand touched Mayuko's as I stretched out my chest. Today she was exercising next to me. It suddenly got pretty cramped in here when we both extended our arms. Damn, it seems like they're kind of getting together there. You are absolutely right, Jackie. It's probably possessed. Mayuko continued her exercise without minding me, so I tried doing a little so we wouldn't be on the same line. Before I realized it, though, she had already turned as well.
It's nice to exercise once in a while.
Mayuko wore a skirt, so she skipped most of the leg-related exercise that would have been too revealing. Damn it. You should do this every day.
Yeah. It reminds me of summer vacations back in elementary school.
Did you have to do it for stamps too?
Yes. When I was in my 6th year, I was actually the one doing the stamping. I did that too. I used my usual family name stamp, but the ones with more complicated names got priority treatment. The more strokes, the better. Names like that look cooler on paper, apparently. The exercise ended with taking a deep breath. I let my hands fall to my sides. Then I turned off the radio. Are you sure it's not just your imagination? I use my family name stamp too, and I didn't feel I was treated differently than anyone else. Your boobs have always been big, haven't they? Mayuko remained silent until I turned around and our eyes met. I think that's just your imagination too. Now that I think about it, I never managed to make it through all exercises during my vacations. Do you get anything if you end up with a perfect stamp record? No idea. Maybe they award you with stationery or alarm clocks or something along those lines. I figured it'd be so. God damn it, I swapped them! I figured it'd be something like that. I sat down in the bed. God damn it! Why alarm clocks, though? I get the part about stationery, but... At our school, there was a prize for the perfect attendance record. Is that really something a perfect person with a perfect attendance record would need? God damn it! I got him switched again! Fucking hell! There's no indication of when someone is doing 2 lines in a row. Oh god. This is... Why alarm clocks though? I get the part about stationery, but... At our school, there was this prize for a perfect attendance record. Is that really something a person with a perfect attendance record would need? Perhaps not. Mayuko smiled to herself. You're a pretty diligent one though, Mayuko. You couldn't keep a perfect attendance record for the radio exercises. Our family went to my grandparents' house for Obon. So the families also go on trips during the summer, so getting that prize is not as easy as it sounds. Yeah. Mayuko picked up a small parcel from one of the shelves and held it up in front of me. Look, I found this in the storage room on cleaning day. It was wrapped in light brown craft paper and had the size and weight of a dictionary or a really thick book. Upon checking the other side, I realized it was addressed to me. Where exactly did you find this? At the storage room on the 2nd floor. We might have gotten there by accident when we were rearranging our belongings. It's not written whom it's from. I think there's a book or something like that inside. This is some good paper. I need to tear it up in my hands, so could you maybe lend me a knife? Of course. Without getting up from the bed, I reached out and placed the parcel on the side table. After that, I returned to my previous position. God damn it, she's not gonna open yet. Oh god. Well then, let's go do the laundry, said Mayuko. I had a really scary dream the other day. The morning sun filled the second floor corridor with its bright rays of light. Mayuko's silhouette flickered in between the light coming in the window and the shadows covering the walls. What kind of dream was that? I can't remember it anymore. Huh. Mayuko picked up the laundry basket, her expression blank. I was helping her with the laundry today, so I had a basket in my hands as well. I just remember it being really scary. Well, sometimes remembering dreams like that makes you realize they weren't that scary at all. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not sure I can help you there. She turned to me, making the top sheets begin to slide off from her basket. Oh! I caught them with one hand. Nice catch. Will I get a good glove for this, do you think? I wrapped the sheet around my hand and returned it to the top of the basket. Perhaps, but try not to go too crazy with the workout routine until you start. No, stop, no! God damn it. Why is it doing that? Ah, jeez. That is so weird. Why does it sometimes go auto like that? I'm not even clicking anything to do that. Perhaps, but try not to go too crazy with the workout routine until you start feeling better. We continue down the corridor, with wooden floorboards creaking below our feet. I glanced out the window through the patch of the camphor tree and spotted a girl walking down the stone-paved path. Nanai! Mayuko looked out the window too. What? Holy shit. The girl momentarily disappeared among the branches blocking her sight, but then popped up again from the entrance to the building on the other side. Isn't that Kozue? And Kozue is there too? Kozue disappeared into the West Wing building, her silky hair fluttering behind her. Maybe she went for a walk. I mean, the weather's pretty nice. It certainly is. And a great day for laundry, too. Mayuko resumed walking through the corridor. True enough, it was indeed a perfect day for laundry. What is going on? gust of wind swept across the roof, the white sheets attached to the long iron bars fluttering in its wake. The dazzling blue sky extended all the way to the sea. A handful of few puddles littered the roof as the only remnants of the heavy rainfall we've been having lately. Well, aside from some dew on the tree leaves. Oh my god, you're right. I confused Sanai with Nanai. God damn it. Thank you, Jackie. Okay. But I did not confuse Kozue. Kozue is still here. That's right. Sanai was the one that she was trying to get to go outside. Oh, that's lovely. Please hold that side for me. Okay. I clasped one side of the sheet while Mayako fled to the iron bar. With that, our baskets were now empty. I guess we're done. Thank you for your help. This took a lot less time than I thought it would. Aside from a few smaller clouds that looked like torn up pieces of cotton drifting around, the sky was blue as far as the eye could see. I could feel a cool, somewhat moist breeze on my skin. When does your job start? Okay, thank you, Jackie. I'm not alone in mixing up Sanai and Nanai. Okay. Right after lunch. Around 1 o'clock, I suppose. Then why don't we do some sunbathing until then? I love her expression. Right here? Yeah. Monica looked around the roof, then up at the sky. The white sheets fluttering in front of a blue background. The floor is still a little wet, though. Let's use a picnic sheet you got in your room. It's pretty warm today, so I suppose we might as well. Ah! Finding the driest area, we spread out our pink polyester sheet. We took off our shoes and sat down. Mayako took out a sandwich, delicately wrapped in brown paper, from the basket and handed it to me. I undid the wrapping to realize it was made so I could eat it without my hand coming in direct contact with the sandwich. Did you do this wrapping? It looks like something that could be sold in stores. It's easy. I can teach you how to do it later. Yeah, do that! The sandwich had some potato salad, 2 thinly sliced pieces of tomato, and some lettuce decorating the whole thing like laces. Hungry after all the work I did today, I quickly took a bite. How? Tastes great. Tastes great. I can't do chewing with her voice. God damn it. Oh, no need to rush. I have a whole lot more where that came from. Not enough for her. Mayako pulled out a pot and 2 teacups from the basket and filled them with black tea. Would you have preferred green tea? Nope, I'm fine with black. Today's tea was not bitter at all and smelled like fruit. I placed the cup down and grabbed another sandwich from the box. This one had scrambled eggs, pieces of thinly sliced ham, and lettuce. Hello, Void Dweller. Welcome to the stream. The fresh lettuce perfectly complemented the soft texture of the ham and eggs. I ended up gobbling the whole thing down right away. It feels nice to see someone enjoy the food you made. Well, it's super delicious. I'm sure you'd be popular if you opened a shop. That's a good idea. Mayako made a happy smile. Yeah, I could be the owner. Oh? Are you familiar with management? Sure I am. Provided I get to eat food like this every day, of course. In that case, I'll think about it. The sea breeze ruffled my hair a bit. The waves of the blue sea gave way with the waves of green, and the trees across the entire mountain swayed in sync with the wind. Have you gotten used to the sanatorium, Takako? Yeah, more or less. Yeah, more or less. It's full of beautiful sights, the meals are delicious, and best of all, there's a good-looking nurse with big boobs. Mayako looked down at her breasts. That's sexual harassment. I'm sorry. Don't sue me. Well, okay. I'll forgive you this one time. Thanks. Is something the matter? I gazed off into the distance when Mayako interrupted me. Oh, here we go. Is something the matter? Were you reminiscing about something? Not at all. I made a light smile. But I felt like the scenery was about to make me remember something. Something fun? Mayako smiled as well. I reached out to the sandbox to realize there was only one left. paused and glanced at Mayako. She nodded with a smile. Another sudden gust of cool wind blew past us. It's cold. We'll be having snowfall before long. It will get colder and colder as it rains, so we won't be able to have picnics on the roof anymore. That's too bad. The conditions are rigid in the mountains. It might be boring for you, but it's best not to go outside during winter if you don't have any pressing matters. Oh, the conditions are rigid in the mountains. It might be boring for you, but it's best not to go outside during winter if you don't have any pressing matters. Even after sunset, the gray clouds drifted along the sky and all the way to the sea. The woodland stretching below the heavy clouds lost their once vivid colors, making the scenery resemble an old monochrome painting. As I opened Sanai's door with a yawn, she looked up at me from her bed. Hello. Sana closed the book she'd been holding and placed it on the bedside table. On the nearby table rested an unfinished lunch with the wrapping still on it. I wonder if the aunt still works here. Are you not feeling well? Sana lightly shook her head. Are you all right? I've heard you. Oh, sorry, that's her. What voice did I give her? Was it Jessica? Are you all right? I've heard you had no attack. I'm okay. I know the Jessica voice I gave to Sachiko's co-worker, so I'll try to put a spin on it. I'm okay. It wasn't that bad this time. I sat down in the cane chair that had been left next to the bed. I could see some moisture accumulating on the wrapper on the tray. On the other hand, the wooden dessert bowl next to it was empty. You seem to have eaten. Oh, yeah, Jessica was. I remember that, Voidwella, that Jessica was Fumi. I forget who I gave her voice. Who I gave for her, though. Let's see. What should I give you? You seem to have eaten the coffee jelly, though. I'll give her the same voice as Nanai, because that won't be confusing at all. No. Oh, I can't give her the same voice as Kozue. No, that was Kozue. Jeez, god damn it. I'm running out of voices. Okay. Let's see. How about her? You seem to have eaten the coffee jelly, though. Maybe a Frenchish accent for her? Don't tell me it's what you came here for. I turned to her and waved my hand. No, I just want to borrow a paper knife. And I was also curious about how you were doing. Give me a second. Sana turned her body without breaking her sitting position and reached out to open the drawer of her side table. Same as always. Sana handed me the paper knife she fished out from the drawer. I walked over to her and took the knife. That's good to hear. Is it? Yeah. I suppose you're right. Sanai also handed me a shawl that was lying in the bed. Thanks. I hung the shawl in the backseat of the cane chair and picked up the paper knife. The paper knife along with the other thing I bought. Yeah, I think I'll try to give her a French accent. Why not? Stretch that out and see. What is this parcel-looking thing? Got it from Mayuko this morning. Apparently it was sent to me. I have no idea what's inside until I open it and see for myself. I really hope she opens it. I undid the straps and checked the edges of the parcel. Finding the one that felt the softest, I pierced it with my newly gained knife. Uh-oh. I pushed the knife all the way to the other side, changing its angle. The craft paper had already fallen apart by the time I finished. There was a white cardboard box inside. Oh, I thought it was a book. Oh! As I opened its lid and turned the thing upside down, a notebook fell out. Looks like it is a notebook, said Sanai. I realized it was a notebook because it looked just like the one I was using for my diary here. I inspected both its top and bottom. Okay, some freaky shit is gonna happen. I am terrified now. Oh my god. What if she is somehow getting... What if she is getting Sachiko's notebook somehow? Are there really going to be 2 world lines? Its color had already begun to fade, which made it look older than any of my own notebooks. What is it written in it? There was a date at the top of the first page with a bunch of text below it. It had the same design as our diaries. Oh my god! Looks like a diary to me. Wonder whom it belonged to. Oh my god. Oh my god. No names! Oh god. I checked both the first and last pages but couldn't find a name. After I gave up and returned to the first page to read it, Sanai interrupted me. God damn it, Sanai! We don't know whose diary it is. There might have been some mistake, so maybe it's better to ask Mayuko about it first. I guess you have a point. God damn it, Sanai! I placed the notebook on the table. My arms felt cold, so I covered them with Sanai's shawl. It felt like the temperature of Sanai's room had dropped compared to when I came in. Uh-oh! 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 That sounds like we're gonna get a dimensional warp soon. I glanced at the window. It was covered in dew. I collected it all on my finger to form a droplet, which then fell down as soon as I moved my finger away. What are you doing? When I turned around, I saw Nanai laughing at me. Nothing, really. I noticed some dew on the window, so I thought it might have been grown pretty cold outside. I pulled my chair to a spot with more moisture. Only realized there was already something on the window glass. Is this some animal? Oh. Is this some animal? I messed that one up. Sanai's face was ridden with guilt. I looked back at the glass again. Her drawing was quickly disappearing. In any case, my best guess was that it depicted some four-legged animal. Is this a cat? I was trying to draw a bear. I see. Oh, I missed a line? Sanai's face was written with guilt. I looked back at the glass again. Her drawings quickly disappeared. I think I see. You might want to do this then. I placed a finger against the mouth of the drawing and slid it in the shape of a fish. Is that a fish? A salmon. You often see bears holding them in their jaws on pictures. Cats eat fish too. I'm not talking about sorry here, okay? Anyway, if it doesn't look like salmon enough. Look, I can make its jaw a little longer. I breathed against the glass, making both the bear and the fish disappear. I'm sorry. I only wanted to erase the fish, but... Well, it is no big deal at any rate. The weight on the window melted away like an iceberg in warm weather. And by the time it was gone, it left behind a pattern reminiscent of a farce. Right. I had this really scary dream the other day, but I can't remember it. Oh, that's how most dreams are. I remember it just fine when I woke up. I thought I could use it to scare everyone, so I was playing not to forget it, but... Maybe when you remember it, you'll realize it was not as scary at all. My ghost did the same thing. Maybe I should prepare myself a pen and some paper next time I go to sleep. I've heard some people actually do that, and it does pay off. Nanai snickered to herself.
Takako, trying to jot these things down is all well and good, but you're writing in your diary after a fit. But are you writing your diary after a fit, just like Miss Mayuko told you?
I am. Just recently, I spent an entire day reading through all the notebooks I've already filled. Jeez Louise. Don't you want to write something else down? You might forget it all after your next attempt. I don't really have that much stuff to write about. Mayako didn't comment on the state of my diaries, but I had a feeling that continuing to sum up entire days in one sentence might piss her off. Oh, that reminds me. I know this one scary story about the sanatorium. What kind of story? Do you lock your room, Takako? Okay, so that was switched. God damn it. No, I just can't be bothered. What about you? Well, you have a point. Well, it does feel somewhat pointless to lock our doors. The locks themselves were installed for a reason. Can you guess what that reason was? Not really. There were more people here in the past, so not everyone knew each other. I suppose that could be one explanation. However, what I've heard was the opposite. The locks were there to prevent patients from leaving their rooms. Oh God, scary music. So they wouldn't escape? Oh my God. You wouldn't suspect it now, but in the past, there were apparently cases of patients going missing. The nurses began locking them in their rooms so they wouldn't try to escape and hide during the night. Why would they try to escape? Were the chores too hard for them or something? Apparently it was more related to their memories. Did you remember anything when you wrote your diary, Takako? There are a few parts I couldn't remember all that well, but I feel that's still within healthy boundaries. They didn't use diaries in the past. They didn't even know the symptoms led to memory loss and were instead trying to treat them. Anyway, they didn't occupy themselves with their memories too much, and some patients ended up forgetting almost everything about themselves. My God, that is terrifying. You mean they became like amnesiacs? Sanai slightly tilted her head. As in, forgetting all your memories since birth. That is what you're thinking about, no? I nodded. Our symptoms are somewhat different, though. First, you have to realize that your various memories of phenomena happening around you, as well as the feelings in response to said phenomena, are different things. In our case, we mostly lose the feeling part of our memories. We might vaguely remember what happened, but we don't remember how we felt about it. Anyways, that's the kind of memory loss we're dealing with. I more or less understood the difference from her explanation. I gave her another few nods. But what of it? If you can remember the facts of your past, you won't forget how to read or write, or any other skills you need to survive in the world. Anyway, the ultimate endpoint of our condition is that we lose our individuality, our personalities, if you will. We lose interest in what we used to like and forget what we hated. That's the extent of what I was told about it. To give an example, imagine reading a book and understanding what's going on, but not feeling anything about it. Or having a meal and understanding its taste, but being unable to decide whether or not it's delicious. That would suck. I think the symptoms have a name, but I've already forgotten. Holy shit! The stakes are rising higher and higher. I think it was memory loss something. I briefly pondered what she had told me and realized that her story about locks hadn't been finished yet. I got the part about her condition, but What did it have to do with locks? Ah, that's right. Anyway, one of the early patients introduced to this memory loss something. Went missing anyway. They couldn't find them no matter where they looked. Like, okay, first it was all this slice of life. Then it escalated to Takako's disappearance. And now we're dealing, apparently, there's this disease going around that makes people lose their memories and their minds. And on top of all the supernatural stuff, like, holy shit. The story is just getting more and more intense. That's what I mean, Void Dweller. They couldn't find them no matter where they looked. Everyone, from the nurses to the town militia, searched all over the mountain but found nothing. At the time, they even thought the person might have been spirited away. Not demoned away, not Onikakushi. Phew. On top of it, Sana went on in an emphasized tone. If it ended there, it probably wouldn't have become as big of a thing. But sometime later, another patient disappeared the exact same way. Did that patient have the same symptoms too? Yes. Anyway, we have finally reached the part about the locks. After the second case, the sanatorium added locks to the rooms of every patient to prevent any similar cases from cropping up. At the time, you couldn't unlock the rooms when they are inside, and the sanatorium staff had complete control over who would leave their rooms and when. And did that help? Sanai shook her head. From what I've heard, people continued to go missing even after that. Patients that were confirmed to be in their rooms before bedtime disappeared by morning. Did they just climb out through the window or something? The windows were locked too, and there were no signs of locks being broken either. They all vanished like a wisp of smoke. Well, it's not like people could actually do that, though. Everyone felt the same way, of course. No matter how much they searched, they couldn't find a single trace of the missing patients. The only thing they understood was that patients who had forgotten all about themselves and lost their personalities would eventually disappear. I tried to more or less summarize Sanai's story in my mind. Patients didn't use diaries in the past. As the symptoms of memory loss grew worse, they forgot who they were. Finally, they disappeared without a trace. The story was peculiar. But then again, so was the sanatorium. I'd never heard about this kind of sickness before. Besides, patients have here had jobs and duties, despite this being a sanatorium supposedly meant for relaxation. Well, the part about work was possible because Mayuko was the only nurse on the grounds and couldn't manage everything by herself, but still, it was kind of weird that there were no doctors here, for example. This is really weird. I didn't think too much about it before, but it was peculiar for sure. I remember that odd feeling I had when I was cleaning the storage room. Maybe this place still had some unknown secrets. Oh yeah, it does. It must. The story is getting insane. Anyway, it's all just a rumor, though. It was pretty interesting. Still, the part about people just disappearing didn't make much sense. Well, we know for a fact that objects and shit are disappearing. Oh my god. Well, that's just how most rumors are. But then again, most rumors have all sort of truth mixed into them, no? If you're curious, you can always try it for yourself. I mean, you were complaining that writing your diary was a pain in the neck. Is that what it all comes down to? Sanai snickered to herself. I said my goodbyes to Sanai and left the room. Sanai, still waving at me, disappeared behind the door. Wearing only my short sleeves, I felt the corridor to be somewhat chilly. Uh-oh, there's the chilly again. The nighttime cold of the mountains seeped in through the transparent windows. I shoved my hands into my pockets and continued down the corridor. A strong gust of wind rattled the windows, startling me. Glancing at the window, I saw only the reflections of myself and the door behind me. I thought back to Sanai's story and wondered if I should check the doors of all the rooms on my way back, just for the heck of it. All the doors had the same design, and their knobs were identical. There was a small gap between the door and the floor. The faint light in the corridor was not enough to fully illuminate it. It felt almost as if the darkness was slipping out of the room through it. The window rattled behind me again. Brought back to reality by that sound, I gave up on looking at the doors. I reached the spiral staircase and extended to my floor. Temperatures began to rapidly fall, starting with that night. Oh god, it's the temperature falling thing again. What is going on with that? Uh-oh. Around midnight, the wind rattled my window so bad I half expected it to break open. It made me jump out of bed, reminding me of what Mayako and Sanai said about the wind around this time of year. I wonder what would become of the leaves on the tree that I saw through Sanai's window. Oh god. There was no way they could stand wind this strong. I got back to my bed and turned to my side in the fetal position. Making sure not to accidentally open any gaps on my back, I closed my eyes. The temperature just suddenly dropped the next morning, just like Mayako and Sanai had warned. Oh, and Sanai also got a cold. Holding the folded towel by its two ends, I gave it a hard wring. The water it had absorbed dripped down into the basin below. I placed the cool wet towel on the forehead of the feverish Sanai. What? Let's see. Guess we're at the turning point of seasons. It was very cold yesterday too. Oh, guess we're at the turning point of seasons. It was really cold yesterday too. Son, I blinked a few times instead of a reply. You're still feeling out of it? Guess it's gonna be rice gruel or something along those lines for lunch then. You're still feeling out of it? Guess it's gonna be rice gruel or something along those lines for lunch then. I'll have Mayoko bring it to you. Haven't you bored? Yeah, it's a shame we can't talk much. But it'd still be being cooped up in my room. Ah! I made a long yawn. When I opened my eyes, I saw Nanai standing right next to me. I couldn't sleep that well yesterday. You should sleep. I'm going to be fine, said Nanai in a small voice. I'm good. Nanai regarded me for a few more moments, then finally closed her eyes. Do you want me to read you something? Oh, do you want me to read you something? Rather, I'd like to hear the continuation of your story. Which one? Oh, God damn it, I swapped them. Do you want me to read you something? Do you want me to read you something? Rather, I'd like to hear the continuation of your story. Which one? The story about your trip. The one you didn't finish last time. Ah. Okay. Next time, we are going to go on a lovely vacation. Yeah, there's the nameless disease. Oh my god. You guys. This story is just escalating and escalating its stakes. Yeah, this seems like a really good place to stop. Thank you all so much for joining me. You guys are awesome. Seriously, thank you. So tomorrow will be some more Higurashi. And in 2 days, as always, more Seabed. So until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.